And welcome back to AllFreeCrochet.com. For more information and lots of great free patterns, please check out AllFreeCrochet.com. In today's transformation, we're going to take this dirty old sandal and make it all fresh again by just adding some embellishments. And you don't need to use a dirty old sandal. You can go out and buy something that you want and then decorate it up yourself and make it all fabulous so that you can be at the talk of the beach, you know, you're strutting your stuff. Now Daniel is a size 7 foot, and we're going to transform him. He has no idea we're doing it, so I'm just going to sneak this back upstairs, and if he questions it, I'll just tell him the crochet fairy did it. Oh, wait a minute, that's probably not a good thing. So let's get on with this tutorial. In today's demonstration, we're going to be using some darn good yarn, and this is called Resolution. It is artistic, it is fun, it's sari silk recycled yarn, and it is really quite fabulous. It changes colors often and can be very unpredictable, and because of that I think it's artistic. Now, which side of the strap are we going to start on? Well, I tend to crochet in this direction, so what I want to do is I want to continue to maintain that direction, so I'm going to follow it this way. So it would make no sense for me to start over here and try to crochet backwards, because we just don't do that. So let's take our yarn, and it doesn't matter what kind of yarn you want to use. These sandals probably will not be getting wet at any point, so I'm not worried about it getting soiled in the water. So we just want to create a slip knot and come out up and over. So I want to keep the yarn on the top side of the shoe, and I want to stick my hook underneath the actual strap, and I want to pull that through, okay, and I want to just grab the yarn again and pull through both loops, just like so. So I don't want to have it like the way Daniel's things, there's got some brown beads on here. I don't want to get it so that those beads are trapping it to the point. So I want to kind of leave this a little bit loose so it's kind of floating on top of the whole thing. So if you have anything on top of your sandal that's going to interfere, it's a great idea. And if you have nothing, of course, you can pull it tighter if you want to. This is the straggler. We want to leave it on top. So reaching down underneath, so you can put the yarn back in. So I'm just going to use another finger up here, my nasty finger, and hold the straggler down and pull through, and then just pull through one. So if you just want to do extra fluffy, then what you can do is that you can actually do half double crochet or even chaining 3 in between each one of these. But again, I just don't want to do that because this shoe is meant for Daniel's artistic creativity and not necessarily to be really that feminine. So it's a great idea, and you know, not everybody's comfortable with wearing really thick furry slippers when they're out, so this is a great idea just to embellish up so that it looks different, but not to the point where it's going to start being gaudy looking. So just reaching up and under and pulling it through. So under, pulling it through, and then pull through 2. So I'm just going to keep moving those down, just like so. And I just want to keep it condensed. So I don't want to be jumping too fast. I want to make sure that all of the strap is being covered as I'm going along, and if I have to shift backward, then I am. So what I'm going to do is just get you to do that. I'll meet you back up when we get to the front end here. This just takes a matter of a couple minutes to do, but there's no point wasting film to show you that process. So let me get you back up over here, and then we'll catch back up again. Okay, less than a minute later, I'm over at the toe area. And what I want to make sure before I jump over, I got to make sure I have all of these on the one side of the jump, because what happens is if there's too many gaps here, you can't just shift from this side to be balanced because of the way that the strap is at the front. So you want to make sure you have enough, and you can allow it to breathe a little bit before you jump over. And now we just reach under the other side of the sandal and just come up and over. And again, we just want to make sure we get enough in the front there so it kind of bulks up at the front a little bit so you don't have an enormous space. Now this is a hand spun yarn, so it's going to be spinning up a little bit, just like so, like it's going to be twisting up a bit, but that's the cost of having something really fabulous. So it's really not that big a deal, though, to be quite honest with you. I'd rather have that than some of the cheaper yarns on the market. And again, I just want to kind of be generous on making sure I'm moving at a steady pace, but not to the point where I'm jumping and leaving massive gaps. And at any point I can just slide and make sure. So let me just get to the bottom edge here, and we are going to be done. And again, this is probably less than a half-hour tutorial to do it on yourself, and you'll probably be doing up all your shoes once you realize how easy and fabulous this really is. Okay, we're now coming up to the bottom edge. I found this on the other one, it was kind of harder to do. You're kind of running out of space underneath. so you might have to just continue to slide more down as you go. I love this yarn. It's so fabulous to work with. It just is so artistic looking, it's not even funny. And it's something that not everybody has access to, therefore it makes it for really amazing pieces of work once you get it in your hands and you just don't want to waste anything. So we're going to get as close as we can to the bottom of this shoe or sandal strap. And again, I could have done my own sandals. The problem was is that my sandal straps are a lot thicker. They're actually 1.5 inches, where these were just about 3/4. So there's a difference of trying to wrap that much yarn around such a large strap, just like so. So we're going to now finish off, and we want to grab our scissors and just tie this off as you see it. So I'm grabbing my scissors. I'm being very generous on the tail. I don't like to waste this stuff, but I found myself, I want to make sure that this ties shut really good. So I'm just going to pull through just like so. Okay, so I just want to tie it, and then I just want to manually go underneath the strap as well and tie it as well. So if you have like a really slippery strap, then you're going to want to make sure that you bunch these up really nice and close together, because they will move. Because Daniel had those wooden beads on there, the beads are pretty well trapping anything from moving around on there. So I'm just tying some knots around the edge, or around the base of it, to prevent it from moving. Daniel's probably going to shoot me for doing this to his sandals, but that's okay. Okay, so there you go. So now what I want to do is that we're going to weave in the edge like we would normally with crochet, and I'm just going to go in the edge at some point and pull the straggler through. And we're going to pull through a few times as we work our way backwards toward the toe, and this is kind of doubling up onto itself. This is called the weaving technique. And even if you see, like, the way that this yarn is operating is that even if I leave a little bit hanging, it's not going to be a big deal because of the way that this yarn is. So now I'm going to trim it very close, and voila, the tail is now gone, and now I just want to adjust. So this is how to make and transform your flip-flops from being just really tired and old and looking, and actually giving it a whole new look from a creative aspect. Until next time, on behalf of AllFreeCrochet.com, I'm your host Mikey. Please enjoy your day today.